and we have some exciting bouts tonight, so we're going to see what's going to happen.
All right, let's get right to the ring and get it started. It is a 12-round championship battle between Daniel Judah from Brooklyn, New York, and Julian Letterlough from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Julian Letterlough.
They'll be fighting for the USBA Light Heavyweight Championship, currently vacant. So indeed, a champion will be crowned tonight.
The guy who's on the fast track. Less than 2 years.
Entering the ring.
14-0.
Going to the blue corner is Julian Letterlough. He calls himself not a boxer, but a fighter. He will brawl and loves to brawl with the best of them. He'll take a punch to get one, and he loves to fight inside. And that can create danger for any opponent. Julian Letterlough. To the red corner is that man from Brooklyn, New York. Daniel Judah comes from a fighting family. His brother's a fighter, his dad's training both of them. He can go big time to the body and hurt his opponent. He sees this as a crossroads in his career and expects this win, as he put it, to put him on the map. Daniel Judah.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 12 rounds for the USBA Light Heavyweight Championship. But first, introducing your supervisor in charge of the USBA, Al Lucas. Judging this fight will be Judge Don Ballas, Judge Mike Ross, and Judge Peter Trematera, and the man in charge of the action when the bell rings, your referee, former IBF Cruiserweight Champion of the World, James Waring. Introducing first, fighting out of the corner to my right, hailing from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and weighing in at 174 pounds. He has a professional record of 20 victories, 5 defeats, 2 draws, 19 big victories coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, he is currently ranked number 12 in the world by the USBA. Introducing, fighting tonight from the blue corner, wearing black trunks trimmed in white, I give to you Julian Mr. K.O. Letterlough. His opponent stands opposite in the corner to my left, hailing from the great fighting city of Brooklyn, New York, and weighing in at 173 pounds. He has an undefeated record of 19 big victories, no defeats, 2 draws, and 9 victories coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, currently ranked number 10 in the world by the USBA. He fights tonight from the red corner, wearing purple trimmed in white. Introducing Daniel, Big Danny Boy Judah. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, last-minute instructions from your referee, James Waring. 12 rounds for the USBA Light Heavyweight Championship.
Okay, guys, right here slow, okay? Right here is slow. Okay, any question here?
No.
Any question here? No. Okay, touch the glove and back up, guys.
Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Are you ready?
That's how all fight
Good job.
instructions
Good job.
should be.
Ready. Good job.
You got any questions? No. There's the
Hey,
look
clean that water up,
at
guys.
Daniel
Hey,
Judah.
clean that water up right now. The water. Let's go. Come on.
Judah, 26 years old, the much younger fighter, the taller fighter at 6'2", weight just the same, and Judah's got the reach advantage over Julian Letterlough. This should be a good one. Daniel Judah says he's got to keep Letterlough off balance.
Let's go.
It's an interesting contrast in personalities as well, as Judah is animated, very emotional in the ring. Before one of his last fights, he could be heard all the way through the hotel. I will knock him out in the first round. I will knock him out. He was very talkative, whereas Letterlough is more of a cool customer and a down-to-business type guy, and this is going to bear itself out in their styles.
Good you mentioned that, because when I talked to him, I saw him as a very introspective, intelligent fighter. He says he doesn't bring anger to the ring. He knows what he has to do, and he goes in there, and it's businesslike.
A thinking man's a sailor.
Oh, and now Letterlough in trouble. Eats a catches Letter on the uppercut from Judah and then returns the favor.
That was an excellent body shot by Judah after the jab. He showed the jab and then went to the body shot. And Letterlough, going against the lefty now, will try for a right-hand lead. He'll try for a double left.
Break clean, break clean. Stop, back up, let's go.
Lead foot outside the lead foot of Judah. That will be his idea, hopefully to keep Judah in a small circle. The problem, though, Michael, is the speed of Judah. It's hard to contain a guy like that.
You're exactly right. From the beginning, from the first bell, Letterlough is keeping his left foot on the outside of Judah's right foot. But Judah has a perfect boxing stance of being a southpaw, and he knows what Letterlough is trying to do. He's catching with that straight left hand all the time.
Now, you know this. Why do fighters hate going against lefties?
You got punches coming at a different angle. They're not used to the punches coming from a southpaw stance. A lot of people try to use the straight right hand to keep that foot on the outside, like Letterlough is doing now. And he wants to throw that straight right hand. But if you're a seasoned fighter, you know what to expect from that. And you can just counter that at all times.
I always think it's interesting when managers talk and they're trying to lose the fight. Give me this or that, but no southpaw.
No southpaw. Someone in a separate southpaw division, I think, probably within.
It seems like Judah's very confident right now, and he's taking the fight to Letterlough.
Exactly, dictating everything right now.
Yeah, the other element, too, against the lefty, Michael, to change is which direction you're going to move. Not just the punches coming at you, but how you attack offensively. You're moving in a different way.
Yeah, but southpaw has an advantage. Me being a southpaw, you have an advantage because you know what to expect. Being in a fight like this and being a game fighter, you have the advantage because you know which way they're going to try to move automatically. And you can counter that all the time. Step in between his punches, punch in between his punches like that, and there'd be no problem at all.
Closing seconds of round number one. Daniel Judah trying to finish strong against Julian Letterlough. There you go, end of round number one. A good one for Judah.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to join us directly following the fights as we host the
into the corner with Daniel Judah. Indeed did dictate the pace of that first 3 minutes.
Right here in Tampa, you can see him from here.
He loves a strong jab, and he can take out a fighter with that left jab.
Keep jabbing. I want to dive with that jab. Then flush you uppercuts. One guy get the ice out of here. Let's go. One guy get the ice out of here. Let's go. Okay. Reach that right hand. Put the left right over top. You hear me? Take your time, okay? Keep boxing. Get no hurry. Keep boxing. Don't be no heavy. All right?
And outside to get a good look at the new Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Just opened a short couple of months ago. A beautiful facility. And they have treated us very nicely, and thank you to them. Round two, Daniel Judah in the purple and white trunks, taking on Julian Letterlough in the all black. And the Letterlough resemblance to a young Mike Tyson has not been lost on a lot of observers.
Judah's using that jab to his advantage. Every time Letterlough trying to come in, he has that jab right in his face at all times. And I noticed as Judah came out for this round, he's going to his right, which is a right way to fight. Going to his right, making Letterlough have to turn.
If you're coaching the right-handed fighter going against the southpaw, what direction do you want the right-hander to be moving in?
You want to move to your left. The right-handed fighter, move to your left because you're keeping your foot on the outside of the southpaw, and they say it always works with the straight right hand. Maybe it does, but if you're a veteran of the game, you're expecting that punch.
And for righties, it's a little different than the way they're used to moving, too, right? So that's maybe really where the problem in fighting a left is, not just what's coming at you, but the way you have to move yourself.
Yeah, we're fighting a southpaw fighting a right-handed fighter. They step on the feet all the time, you know that, and that's awkward for the orthodox guy more than so the southpaw guy.
Stop! Let's go. Break up. Break clean, guys. Break clean. Let's go.
The other element here is the reach of Judah, which has been a prominent advantage, and he's showing you how to use it. He's got the jab going. He's not being trapped on the inside, and quick feet, which you always like to see.
Watch out, watch your hand, baby.
Great
Hold on,
job
baby.
of using that reach
Watch your hand.
advantage.
Oh, the heads came together
Let
there.
go, let go.
A lot of times when righties and lefties fight, you get those heads clash. Unfortunately,
Stop, stop.
no blood there.
Back up, guys, back up, back up.
All right,
Let's go, fight.
we take a look at Joel Judah in the corner of his son Daniel, and
That's it.
he is keeping a very close eye on things. Told him in between,
That's it.
get that jab up.
Come around, Jam. Come around, Jam. Get Jam. Get Jam.
And he is certainly the manager right now, in charge also of his other son Zab as well. They told him use that jab, and so far in round number 2, Daniel has done just that.
And that is a talking corner.
Let go, let
between
go, let go,
rounds.
let
You got
go.
3 people talking. It's more like a meeting in 1 minute.
Letterlough looks confused with this southpaw stand. He looks confused, like he's not on top of his game.
Well, I was about to mention that, Michael. He's the one who loves to bring the pressure on the opponent, and it has been brought to him by Daniel Judah, and he seems frustrated and confused.
It seems that he doesn't have the experience of fighting southpaws. I don't know the training aspect of it.
It's like he's throwing punches at a right hand. Exactly. You're hitting air. Into round number 2. An ineffective one for Julian Letterlough. They've got a lot of work to do to figure the puzzle.
You're doing bad. When he wraps you up, he's walking you back. Okay? Don't let him walk you back. You got the strong leg. Sit your ass down. Okay? He ain't gonna go nowhere but over top of you. That's when you can start jacking your shot up the middle. Stay small. I didn't see the hook behind the right hand yet.
I know, I'm hearing you, I'm hearing you.
All right, good work, baby. You look good, all right?
Yeah.
The gap closed again. You started with
Wipe my eyes out with the towel, with the towel.
You go in here first.
Yes, sir.
Okay, man, please. Okay?
All right.
Listen,
Good.
gap closed. We started at about 6 feet, now we're down to 4.
Okay.
Get back down to 3, okay?
Deep breath.
Nice work, nice work.
Well, Judah has this fight where he wants. He's got the distance, and when he's got the distance and the reach, he can fire the left hand in, and then the right hand, even as he's backing up, and scores. And most importantly, he gets away from a counter. Letterlough unable to score.
Beginning of round number 3 now. They talked a lot to Julian Letterlough in the corner, and he said, I know.
Well, yeah, interesting thing is they said you're 4 feet now. We want you to get down to 3 feet. Talk about making a guy smaller. They want him to bob and weave a little bit and take advantage and make himself a smaller target so he can jump up there. And we talked about the southpaw style of Judah. I think also the speed of Judah has become uncomfortable for Letterlough.
I just think the whole southpaw stance is confusing Letterlough, period.
Letterlough loves to look for the knockout in the first few rounds. I think he's already abandoned that and will go into business of collecting points.
Don't hold him, don't hold him,
But
fight.
again, he's got to figure out how he's going to fight Daniel Judah.
Letterlough has been a good fighter in his time, and it once was built up in the Harrisburg, Reading area of Pennsylvania, and he got himself some pretty decent fights. Couldn't quite get over the top, but he's used to being the built-up fighter. Now he's going against the guy who's getting a build-up. Look, Judah just pot shot.
Getting down to the
Moving in and out.
You all right? You all right? Yes, sir. Okay, let's go.
Into the corner of Julian Letterlough.
Let go his hand. Let's go. Let
We've got
go.
Marshall Kaufman hooked up with a headset, and Marshall, you may have been hearing us from time to time talking about Julian having trouble with the left-handed nature of Daniel Judah. Has that indeed been a problem for him?
No, he's just trying to close the gap right now. You know, southpaws are always a problem, especially Judah being taller as well. And Judah don't like to stay in there and mix it up. But he's closing the gap. We started out about 6 feet away from him. Now we're closing it down to about 3 feet away from him. See where the gap is. No, back him up. Get small.
Okay, now, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Marshall, this is Dave Bontempo. Do you think the style of the fight will allow your guy to get inside and work the body?
And that's what I'm hoping, Dave. You know what I mean? Julian, there he is. Don't let him tie you up.
Break clean, guys. Break clean. Let's go. Break clean. Let's go. Go fight.
The style of the fight, you know, Judah's a slick fighter, but Julian just has to continue keeping the game plan, staying small, and constantly closing the gap. And when he gets inside, he can't waste time. That's where he's got to work.
Marshall, this is Michael Moore.
How you doing, Mike?
I'm great.
Stay small, Julian.
How do you think
Bring him around
Letterlough?
the corner. Sorry about that.
How do you think Letterlough feels
Okay,
fighting Judah with the Judah
Back up,
history?
guys. Back up. Back up.
I don't
Let's
think
go.
that bothers him at all. You know what I mean? Judah history is only based on Zab, not on Daniel. Get small! Get small!
All right,
Good.
Michael
Stop.
Kaufman
Break
will let you
up,
go.
break clean,
Good
break
luck
clean, break
the rest of
clean.
the way.
So-
We'll check back in with you. A couple of good punches absorbed by Julian Letterlough right as we were finishing a bit with
Good job, guys. Come on,
Michael
keep it clean, guys.
Marshall Kaufman. And that is the end of round number 3.
Right.
And I think Daniel Judah's improving.
Don't let him get in top of them little body shots, man. Little shot by shot. You need about 2 good more rounds of boxing, but you gotta start landing uppercuts. Let you put those.
Relax. This guy been over, started turning him underneath, all right? Get him in the side, just straight up underneath here, okay?
You understand, Daniel? Yes. When you inside, stick. Drop, step around. Come back, back. Step around. Just keep dipping inside, baby. But yo, he bust him up with that jab.
Well, Letterlough will have some moments in that round as he works the body, he gets inside. That's where he has to do, close the distance. And even while he's being held, get some work done from this perspective. But when he's not there, he pays a price. So for Letterlough, the inside was profitable and the outside was not, because that's all Judah from this angle.
Let's go.
Back to action here at the Florida State Fairgrounds. Round 4. Daniel Judah, purple and white trim.
Hey, watch your head. Stop.
So far, I think with the upper hand on Julian Letterlough. Letterlough has really been taken out of his fight game, as we've seen so far. Not able to pressure Judah. He's taking a lot of punches.
I think what Letterlough needs to do is quit worrying about how to try to fight a southpaw and just get on this game and fight. Fight and box. And try to make him a moving target and try to work himself in instead of trying to keep his
Stop.
left foot on the
Break
outside.
clean. Break clean.
Because he's not successful in doing it.
Against a guy that's got the quick feet like this, is all over the ring, how would you advise Letterlough to get into good punching range?
Well, I would tell Letterlough to try to work his way in, but also put punches together. Because try to brawl him and fight him because his style, his body style, he can brawl. Judah's tall, slinky, but he has a long reach. Take that reach away from him.
Punch your way in, don't walk your way in.
Absolutely.
Once you get inside, everybody's reach is the same.
Exactly right.
And yet, it shows that it's a two-pronged scenario for a guy that has to work his way inside. Many guys spend so much energy getting inside that they can't excel once they do get there. It's a hard thing.
That's what's interesting, though. Letterlough claims to be a fighter who is willing to take a punch to get a punch and loves to brawl. And I just have not seen that from him right here so far through the first 3.5.
Yeah, and you get on the inside, and that's one thing, but your opponent is moving, and you can't settle into your power zone. It's not so much fun on the inside, and that's the dilemma of going against a speedy guy.
Let go.
All right, we go into the corner of Daniel Judah with his father, Yoel Judah. Yoel, can you hear us? All right, Yoel can't hear us right now. Very involved in the fight of his son so far.
They gotta say something, man.
Yoel,
Yeah.
is your boy doing what you want him to do?
Yeah, he's basically falling in. Is the plans coming together? I want to box a little bit more. I want to box. Use his jab and box. Come back on them shots.
Let's go, guys. Let's fight in there.
Well, this is Dave Bontempo. How do you like his movement so far?
His movement is okay. I want to slow it down, though. Slow it down. With hands more. All right, good. His hands more. Cut the movement down. There you go.
What do you want to see him slow down, y'all?
His feet work. He got to move that much on his guy. Upper body. That's all.
All right.
Judah just got hurt in that exchange.
What did you see, Michael?
Judah had got hit by a good shot and got buckled.
He's got the smirk to prove it.
And he's picking up the action, and they do exchange glances at the end there. And each corner now furiously going to work on their fighter.
This is why it pays to be patient and go after the guy. A right hand lead by Letterlough. That's how you attack the southpaw. Then he gets in with a chopping hook, and he does not allow Judah to tie him up. So he works his way on the inside, and that's good hustle. A lot of times, a guy will let the referee separate them if he thinks that they're holding each other, but he works it. The referee lets them work their way out. Letterlough prospered.
Things heating up here as we begin round number 5. A title fight for the USBA Light Heavyweight Championship.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Hurry up. Let's go.
And an equipment problem as referee James Waring brings Daniel Judah back over to his corner. Maybe some of the laces exposed. They want to tape it up. Can't quite tell from here.
Hey, no coaching, guys. Let's go.
Only 2 trips to the mound every round, right?
Hey, you know, with these guys, it's not a conditioning edge right now for either of the fighters. Sometimes you do see that in bouts where one guy gets a 30 or 40-second break and then comes storming across the ring as if he had just had a round off.
That's tough to start and get ready and then have to stop so quickly as well. I don't think it'll be long before they get back into their fight mode here. Now it is quite a different story as we see Julian Letterlough moving forward, and it's the back against the ropes for Daniel Judah.
You're seeing a guy try to build on something. Letterlough liked what he did at the end of last round. Now he is in that process of trying to string a couple of good rounds together. And that's part of the subtlety in this bout.
You're exactly right, Dave. He's trying to keep that momentum flowing. That little break that he had to get Judah had to get his glove tied up. Just took him away from it for a moment.
It's amazing sometimes, Michael, what a little pick-me-up can do for you. You get a good sequence going, and maybe you think you rattle the guy, and then you're a different fighter.
You're used to that 1 minute in between. If you get that extra second or two, that always seems to pump a guy up.
It also talks volumes to the mental aspect of this sport, that when a fighter gets stung once, no matter how bad it is, that's going to put a little thought in your brain. And you might not want to feel that again.
And as a result of that scenario, you see Letterlough trying to build and take more chances, and Judah trying to ward him off.
Again, look at the movement forward, exactly how Julian Letterlough loves to fight. Oh, a good left by Judah. And now he takes energy from that last rally of his own, Judah does.
The referee warned Judah about holding, gave him a warning.
A much different Julian Letterlough here in round number 5. In the black trunks.
Now he's found himself right now, and he's found the blueprint of what he'll have to try and do.
Second warning, hold it, okay? Second
2 warnings now you hear from James Waring on Daniel Judah. No holding. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that was right to the jaw of Daniel Judah, and he goes down to his knees.
Still a little wobbly in the knees. That was a good left hook.
A brand new fight when round 5 began. And now Judah's best defense is a good offense, he feels. And that is the end of round number 5. A knockdown for Julian Letterlough.
Look, you got to keep that right hand up.
You have a different fight now.
Start going to your right all night. Go to your right hand. Go to your right side. Keep your left hand up. Look at me. Look at me. I'm here. Go this way. That way all day. We got to reach the right hand. Yo, we counter. All you do is counter that right hand. Now you're going to bring it. You got to go that way. You got to pop hands up. Keep that hand up. Yo, when you get inside, short inside. So boom,
It was a good Letterlough round as he's leaning in. That was Judah's shot that turned the momentum for a while. But after that shot turned the momentum and got him talking, Letterlough able to shut him up with this big left hook and testing the chin of Judah. And that's a big round for Letterlough, probably 10-8. And on top of what he did last round, he's right there now.
Well, great action right here from Tampa. And it is not disappointing anybody. This fight card had a huge billing, and it is living up to it right now. Daniel Judah, who had really dominated the opening 3 rounds of this fight in the purple trunks and the white trim, now finds himself in trouble. He is fighting an entirely different and more confident Julian Letterlough.
And what makes boxing a special game is when you can have a fight like this, where now you've had 2 scenarios. Judah had his moment, and now Letterlough has gotten into the fight and is a threat to win it. And now, who adjusts from here? That's a real good thing about this sport, is that nobody walked over the other guy. They both had a chance.
Who has the most experience now can adjust to the fight now.
That would be Letterlough.
Yeah, I would say so.
Time.
It looks as if Judah has his legs are back up under him.
More trouble with the gloves.
Let's go, guys. Come on.
And when you're the guy that was knocked down the previous round, and then you have the delay, you'll get booed.
Well, you know what? The last time this happened, Daniel Judah got knocked down. Marshall Kaufman, the trainer for Julian Letterlough.
Judah looks like to be the one that's breathing harder than the both.
Ready? Show.
Just over 2 minutes now to go here in this 6th round.
Let him go.
I think it's safe to say that Letterlough has some confidence in fighting left-handers.
He did something interesting. He adjusted to a lefty in the middle of the fight. Now we talk about the emotional aspect of Judah. Now he's waving Letterlough on. This is what he does to charge himself up. It's not directed at the other fighter. It's directed to move himself up a notch.
Boost him, give himself some energy. That's a good thing.
Low blow. Didn't hurt.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes if you can believe your own best press agent yourself, you are going to come away a better fighter. He's got to talk himself into being that better fighter right now.
I agree. You see, Judah's in there, he's thinking a lot now. He's been hurt. Now he's getting his bearings back. He's trying to think a lot more now.
You see Letterlough trying to close off the ring there. Cut it off and fire, but shut it down, but didn't get an offensive sequence going. But you can see Letterlough is on the prowl.
Let go.
This is exactly the type of fighter we expected him to be. We did not see that in the opening rounds. Now it is Letterlough applying all the pressure to Daniel Judah. Daniel Judah, like every fighter here tonight, a seasoned professional. He's not going to go away quickly or easily. Letterlough getting the most out of those clinches. Not as successful was Julian Letterlough, but he certainly kept Daniel Judah at bay there in round number 2.
Where's that glove?
Here to get. All right? Look, keep giving it to him. You know if you slide into it, if you slide into your right, you're going to slide over here and cut the ring off and rip it around the corner. If you slide this way, we're going to sit down, bring the bread and butter.
Here we go with round number 7.
Round 7, Daniel Judah and Julian Letterlough. Judah on the right of your screen, still having trouble with equipment. Judah knew that Letterlough could throw a punch. He was respectful of it, but not scared. And he has tasted it.
I believe Judah got comfortable and got real relaxed. He was controlling the fight with his jab and his boxing ability. But he got lax and he got caught. But I think he's back on his game now. I'm moving, keeping him on the outside.
I think sometimes as we analyze boxing, a lot of emphasis is given on what somebody did wrong in a knockdown. In the case of the last knockdown, it was just Letterlough doing something right, really setting up a good offensive opportunity. These guys have firepower, and they're going to have their moments.
Fight, let's go. Let go. Don't push him, baby.
You see the outlines of this fight.
Let go, let go, let go.
Letterlough trying to stalk and get inside,
Back up, back it up.
and Judah trying to keep him at bay with the jab. And each guy is going to the well for what he thinks is his best weapon. And it's kind of a nice thing to see which one will come out.
Seeing with Letterlough is trying to keep that head on Judah's chest and try to throw those punches over the top. We got another problem with the gloves on
Taking a
Judah.
point now.
Yep. Holding.
Well, that's the third warning now.
Yep.
And so James Waring went right up the ladder and did it by the book. That's like a knockdown.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to get distracted by that. He has to fight his own game, not try to do too much.
Judah's at a disadvantage now because once he holds, he's going to take that point away from him.
So the automatic hold that will be there for him is gone. It will change the way he fights.
He's going to have to. This is a close fight. It came on, Letterlough came on in the middle of the round.
And it really bothers you when you're tired, as Judah seems to be getting that way now, even as he opens up. That option won't be there anymore.
Check mark in the firepower category. I think it's going to Julian Letterlough. He can hurt Judah more than Judah can hurt him.
Stop, stop, break it up, break it up. Come on, guys, keep it clean, guys. Let's just fight. Go, step it out, step back. Go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Pick it up. Let's go.
You have Letterlough stalking Judah. She's stalking him, trying to get that one shot in on him.
How many fighters can fight well backing up?
Almost none.
But if you get him stationary, Judah landed a nice short right. And a good flurry to finish round number 7. Maybe a confidence builder for Daniel Judah, because I think he needs it.
Come on, give me the water. Give him water. Water bottle. What the water? Give me the water. What the water?
And he did lose a point.
Daniel, you gotta be strong now, man. You gotta suck it up. All you do is throw slow shot. But when you step away, you gotta step back, get a punch. You understand me? You gotta throw short shots, man. Underneath. Underneath. Let's go. He's doing this. Underneath. You gotta throw up on here. Keep punching. Right?
Listen. They do make movement now. Okay? Get your combinations back. Take a half a step back and run them again. Step over, okay?
Well, Judah was in some trouble in that round with Letterlough continuing to stalk. There's his answer, and we might look to see him go back to that because Letterlough misses, and then Judah scores with the left hand. So in a round in which he lost a point, Judah may have gotten some confidence back. That's a good right hook.
Hey, go to this corner.
Good right hook, but I think Judah is slapping a lot now. The fatigue is setting in.
You think there were some inexperienced people in Daniel Judah's corner right now, but I know that's not the case. They are having trouble with equipment every round.
That might make them very experienced. The unintentional, intentional delay.
Okay, let's go over there.
Well, referee James Waring once again a warning. He may take a point away if it happens again.
I think what they need to do is go get some the gray tape. What is
Duct
that?
tape?
Duct tape. I drew a blank for a moment.
Come on, you're a guy. You have to know what duct tape is. It's the answer to all answers.
Well, finally, guys.
All right, beginning of round number 8. Again, Daniel Judah having trouble with Julian Letterlough.
Put your hand up for the back. Get the hand on the back.
Letterlough in the black trunks.
See, Judah's going straight back. As he's going backwards, he should punch in between his punches because you see Letterlough, he's doing the same thing. He's trying to come in and try to mix it up. What he needs to do is throw a right hook backing up.
Judah backed up with the jab hand out, and it just opened a big avenue for Letterlough to score. What Judah is trying to set up is that straight left hand he just popped it with. He's trying to sucker Letterlough in and get the proper angle.
Well, Letterlough learned quickly, too, as Judah tried it again.
I'll tell you what, Judah will not get cheated with that.
No.
He brought that left hand to the dance, and he's going to try to win the fight that way. I really like the adjustments that both guys have been trying to do in the fight. It shows the level of maturity they're at and the fact that they're pretty accomplished fighters.
I agree. These guys stepped it up, and they know what they have to do to try to win this fight. Different angles, different punches, and they're putting punches together.
Yeah, how many times do we see fighters get some adversity and then the fight's basically over? These guys get adversity and then they find another plan. And I think that's why they're at a high level.
Good point. Good point. We'll see if now Judah adjusts to the ducking away by Letterlough to that hard left. It's a big chess game out there with gloves.
I see the tape is loose on Judah's glove again. They're going to end up taking a point away, and it's going to hurt him. He's been knocked down, had a point taken away already from holding.
Right.
And if they take another point, it's going to be a problem.
I think he'll be reluctant to do it with the tape.
They're going to stop him.
He's going to have it over there again. Referees hate to take a point for that, just like they hate to take a point for the mouthpiece being spit out. They believe it puts them in a punitive position.
I don't know why they just don't put duct tape around there.
That's good, that's good, that's good. That's good. Right here, right here.
Guaranteed not to come off.
Spray on glue, anything, man.
By the time this is over, that might be a cast on there, Michael.
Over there, guys. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
All right, ready to finish out round number 8. Just about a half minute to go. And this can ruin any rhythm that a fighter may have. Again, the stalking Letterlough, looking for the one big shot. Oh,
that was a headbutt. Letterlough came in and caught a good head right on the cheek of Judah.
And that hurt. And that is the end of round number 8. Stuttering as though it were.
Listen, all right? Listen. Stay small, stay off that line, all right? Head finish, keep the pressure on behind punches, okay? I like when he did this, too. All right, he's scared to death. Don't let this boy get no confidence, all right? Let's go, let's go. Remember, we're in his home.
Well, when righties and lefties come together and they try to get inside, the headbutting occurs, and that was right in the chin. That was like a left hook with the head. Here's Judah on the outside. Watch that left hand. That's what he wants to try to win the fight with. And that headbutt, fortunately, was not to the area which would cut because it would short-circuit a very good fight here.
Round 9 of this Warriors boxing event here in Tampa, Florida. And 2 very talented and very smart fighters going at it here. Scheduled for 12 for the USBA Light Heavyweight Championship. Lon McCarron along with Dave Bontempo and Michael Moore.
You've got Letterlough trying to muscle Judah, and Judah trying to find some one-punch magic.
Well, he's got that one punch using over and over and over.
Judah doesn't seem like he has the strength that he had in the first couple of rounds.
Both guys, let it go, guys. Both guys, let it
It's
go.
like he's fatigued, he's worn down, and Letterlough pressuring him like he is. It's taking a lot of steam from him.
As you look at Judah wrestling here with Letterlough, Letterlough has been on a mission since round 4, maintaining a stalking pace, and even though he's getting tired, not to the same degree that Judah is.
It's definitely getting a little sloppier. The misses are becoming a little more omnipresent. Conditioning and patience may save the day for one of these fighters here. Now Daniel Judah beginning to work back on Julian Letterlough. Scoring on the head.
See, when everything is going wrong for Judah, he's able to turn it around and just explode. it shows the heart that both of these guys have and the sense of opportunism with both guys.
Let go.
Just a real fun fight to watch, to study mechanics and to study intensity.
These two guys are adjusting to each other's style.
And then readjusting over that and basically coming up with plan A, plan B, a C, and a D. And you don't see that too often in the course of the fight. It's a tribute to the matchmaking.
Julian's backing straight up as Letterlough is coming in. And he's just keeping that straight left hand in his face. You got to start bringing up punches from underneath because he's coming in with his head straight down. As you can see, if he's coming in, put his head down, try to throw some uppercuts.
That body shot by Letterlough is a good one.
That pinned Julian, I should say Judah, against the ropes. He had nowhere to go.
Straight back.
So a very intelligent battle here in Tampa, and a good one we've got
You want this
through
fight,
9.
man? You gotta go get it. Listen, man, you running from this man. What are you running from him for? You did it over there once. You gotta suck it up, man. Step to this guy, man. You gotta step to him, man.
You got to stop this guy.
Now, yo, you got the punch, man.
You got to knock him out.
He looks strong, but he can't take it.
You waited a while ago and held him up.
You understand me? He looks strong, but he can't take it, son. He can't take it. You gotta.
Well, you like uppercuts? We've got uppercuts. Take a look at a nice one on the inside there from Letterlough, and tremendous impact on Judah. And talk about the Tyson look, that had it. The quick movement on the inside, and then he found the room with that right uppercut and a leaping shot. And this is where Letterlough is trying to mug the younger fighter. And doing a good job right there.
I was impressed with the way he did pin Judah against the ropes. Judah tried to go left. Letterlough cut him off, scored a point. And we begin round number 10, scheduled for 12. And remarkably, it looks like all the tape is attached to the gloves of Daniel Judah.
What happened there? A whole round without a problem.
I saw Michael going through his bag looking for duct tape.
Should have some on standby just in case.
I bet you do.
Michael, do you think overall Judah has used his jab enough in this fight?
Overall, not enough. He's punching these like his father, Joel Judah, was saying in the corner. He's running from the guy. He has to stand his ground. He's a slick boxer. Instead of going straight back like he just did, give him angles, catch him, throw some uppercuts, throw some straight right hands, some hooks, and he's not doing it.
You think the power that Letterlough has shown is affecting how Judah's been moving?
Oh, absolutely. See, Judah's legs aren't under. See, he almost went down right there. His legs are not up under him. See, his brother Zab in the corner over there in the stands, you know, trying to coach his brother on.
Well, Letterlough can just smell it right now, thinking that the victory's right there for him, and he just keeps trying to stalk Judah and wear him down.
Let go. They got his head. On his head.
Playing the stalking game.
Now, as a judge, you take that into consideration, too, what Judah's doing by backing up. I mean, nobody may be scoring points, but there's that whole posture you have to bring to the fight game.
The perception of aggression will be a tiebreaker if neither guy is really scoring. It's who looks like he's bringing the heat, and that's been Letterlough.
Judah's legs are not up under him. I think one good punch is going to take him out of there. He's fatigued.
Now.
Yeah, he's fatigued.
Let go.
We got 45 seconds left of the 10th round.
Yep.
And Letterlough is patient. He'll work the body all night, whether the knockout comes or not.
Well, as we mentioned early on, he is a businessman. He knows how to get the business done.
So right now the balance sheet just says keep going to the body and don't rush the business.
And the payoff will be a belt. The USBA Light Heavyweight Championship belt on the line here. It's a vacant title, so the winner walks away a champion. Under 10 seconds to go, round 10.
Hey, get his glove fixed again. Get his glove fixed.
Always this. Always this.
It's all wet. This isn't even gonna stay. Wasting my time.
Always this.
I need to be working.
Marshall Kaufman admonishing Letterlough for that big haymaker he threw about 2 minutes into that round. Saying more punches and then finish off big. 2 more rounds to go.
Like they said, these are the championship rounds.
We'll see who is trained and who is ready mentally for 11 and 12. USBA Light Heavyweight Championship on the line. Daniel Judah in the purple with white trim, and Julian Mr. KO Letterlough in the black and the white trim.
When you talk about being tired, it's amazing how tired you may not feel when things are going your way. And for Letterlough, who's been putting rounds together, he comes into this round with a lot of momentum. And for Judah, he is trying to ward off a guy that's been right in his face for a few rounds.
Letterlough's hungry.
Well, now it's Letterlough who's got the tape drifting off his gloves. On the right hand.
Being a southpaw, I like the style that Daniel has. You know, he's a tall boxer, broad shoulders, and he gives a good angle at guys. He doesn't give them the straight front forward. He gives them the shoulder, and I like that.
Now, what's interesting, he was using that shoulder and having everything his way on the front end. But these body shots by Letterlough gradually have really become a major issue in this fight.
He's putting the punches together, and once he's on the inside, he's throwing it to the body. He's not afraid to throw it to the body.
There's that left hand from Judah we hadn't seen for about 3 rounds.
How much firepower in that nice left hand has been taken out by those body shots by Letterlough. I think a pretty good deal, because Letterlough just walked right through a punch that would drive him off the mark a few rounds ago.
All right, we once again check in with Marshall Kaufman and Julian Letterlough.
Bring him around the corner.
Marshall, you told him to throw more punches instead of relying on the big one. Are you happy so far here in this round?
Yeah, I'm very happy. He's got to stay small. I want him to keep focusing on that body. Judah's trying to quit. He keeps holding. He's getting away with a whole lot of stuff.
Marshall Dave Bontempo, do you think your fighter's overall edge and experience has been showing in the last few rounds?
I just think that it's because of his power and his will to win. That's showing. It's not about the experience. I just think it's his will to win. Because Judah got a lot of amateur experience as well. Keep digging, Jules.
Marshall, Michael Moore.
Sit down. Hey, Mike.
What would you tell him to come out to do in the last round?
Up the middle. I tell him to let it all out. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm afraid we're in Judah's home in a sense, because he's promoted by Warriors Boxing, and I'm concerned that we ain't gonna get the decision that we need. So we can't leave it up to the judges. He's got to stay on his chest and bang his body up.
Marshall Kaufman, corner of Julian Letterlough, as we close out round number 11.
He hit on a big aspect, too, about the scoring when you're on the road. He does have a knockdown to his credit and a point to his credit, too.
The eyes are brighter of Daniel Judah. Scheduled for 12. We are going to go to number 12.
Get it, man. Come on, wake up, man. You gotta fight this guy, Daniel. Don't move back no more. Don't move back no more.
Go in and get it. Last round.
1, 2. The hand is quicker. He gonna be going like this. Just stay on him. Round, guys. Get the glove. Get the water out of the ring. Let's go. Let's go. Don't stop punching.
Warriors Boxing Promotions presents your 12th and final round.
This is it for the USBA Light Heavyweight Championship. Daniel Judah in the purple and white, Julian Letterlough in the black and white. We've come a long way from what we thought was all Judah in round 1.
Let go.
Interesting how the corners get louder as the fight gets toward the end. It was a screaming fest in there. They want to make their point so much. They're so caught up in this. And both guys had important things to say to their fighter. But Judah is saying, let it go out. He's dead. They're trying to motivate him, even though Letterlough is not dead. And for Letterlough, they're trying to tell him to keep on going with the heart. And what he's been doing well the last few rounds.
It doesn't matter what the corner says. Who wants it? It's the 12th and final round. Who wants it more?
Good exchange. Judah with the upper hand there.
I think a lot of times
tape on Judah.
If the tape will cause a delay. I think the 10th or 11th round might be harder than the 12th round, because the 12th round you see the end, you know the finish is there, you know you can get through in 3 minutes, you've got something left. Whereas if you're in round 10, you say, oh, I'm going to get through this one, I've got to get through another one after that.
Let's go.
Just over 2 minutes to go in this final round. And you heard Marshall Kaufman say his fighter's got to hang it all out. I'm sure it's the same thing that Daniel Judah got through his brain.
Tape is on the canvas. Referee hasn't seen it yet. You don't want to slip on that.
Well, he's not staying small as Letterlough, like Marshall Kaufman said. He's trying to go big. And interestingly enough, Yoel Judah telling his son Daniel, one good punch will put Letterlough away. Knock him out, he was telling him.
I think in the final round, often technique is dismissed a little bit, and a fighter just doesn't want to leave anything on the table. Whatever he's got left, it's time to show it right now.
Absolutely.
He did not stop the clock for those 5 seconds either.
We got a minute left in the 12th and final round. Who wants it more? It's just amazing how Judah's gloves are just coming apart like that. The tape coming off.
I know the referee doesn't want to stop it here with under a minute to go. He might be forced to, though. And now, Letterlough peppering away at the head. Judah looking for the uppercut.
You know, as well as Letterlough has fought since round 4, Porter talking about how he needs to do more. Paranoia is your constant companion when you're a trainer.
Daniel Judah with a nice rally here in the closing seconds.
It's about time that Judah threw that uppercut.
Again, got him again, just clipped him.
It's that confidence. Get them couple punches in, you forget you're tired.
Final 10 seconds of this 12-rounder. And what a war it's been. And that is it. Daniel Judah and Julian Letterlough go the distance for the championship.
They gave everything. They made a lot of adjustments during the fight. They showed overall very good condition. And they were a credit for their sport.
So it's in the judges' hands now. This fight swung so strongly for the early and middle rounds.
And we have 2 knockdowns essentially to the credit of Letterlough because of the actual knockdown and the point deduction by Judah. That may affect the scoring a lot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that knockdown's 2 points automatically, and he had 1 taken away. That's 3 points for a close fight like this.
25% of the fight on those 2 things.
Action from the 12th round, and we needed activity by both fighters, and we indeed got it. I think the nod might go to Daniel Judah on the more active of the 2 fighters. He certainly put on the more impressive flurry with those uppercuts, and you saw the result. A wide open headshot once or twice. Judah remained active. Letterlough had trouble hitting him. And in effect, I think that may have tipped that, at least that final round, in the judges' minds towards Daniel Judah as we await now this decision. The judges have marked their cards, handed them to center ring, and now we're ready for our decision. Let's go up to ring announcer Damian Pinto. And let's go up for the official announcement of this decision and to Damian Pinto.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one comes to a close and we go to the scorecards. Here is your decision. Judge Ballas and Judge Trematera Score of this fight, 113, 113, even. Judge Michael Ross scores this fight 114 to 112 for Julian Letterlough. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a majority draw. A majority draw.
Well, Michael, Daniel Judah has to think then he really won that fight considering the points being taken away.
I would agree.
That means he had to have that much of an advantage to get back into that majority draw. That's an interesting decision. Let's go up for some reaction to Dave Bontempo.
Okay, Lana, a terrific fight by both of you guys, Daniel and Julian. First of all, your reactions to getting the verdict like this. What about you?
Julian won the fight.
Okay, Julian won the fight. Excellent comment to make from you. Some very, pretty humble with that. Why do you think he won the fight?
Julian, he dictated the fight, but yo, a lot of shots that I threw landed, but Julian, he dictated the fight. That's the whole thing. Even though he caught the knockdown, you know what I'm saying? But yo, he dictated the fight. He ain't landed most shots though.
Okay, Julian, you're hearing your opponent say you won the fight, which is very gracious. It doesn't happen very often in boxing. Hearing that from him and looking at the decision, I mean, what does that make you feel like?
I'm just pleased that both fighters can exit the ring in great health, just like they came in the ring. God put us here. We all in this together. It's a competition. It's a sport, and I'm out for the sport. I'm out for the competition. Thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
Would you like to do it again?
All day long.
What was the biggest adjustment you made in this fight? There were several. What worked best for you in the middle rounds on?
Just to keep on applying the pressure.
What did you do to summon up your energy and stay in this fight?
I put my hands up. I said, sometime I got to sit down on my punches, but Julian's a bull. Today I wasn't the matador. Today I let him come in the side a lot, dictate the fight. To me, Julian won a clear and fair. The judge has seen it somewhere else. Hey, I ain't the judge, you know what I'm saying? But I'm judging myself on my performance.
Would you like to do it again?
Yeah, whenever. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter to me. I had a little rough night, a little off night. I'll be back. Don't worry about it. Julian's a great fight. I take my hat up to him, and yo, he gonna go a long way. But if he get it with me again, we different. That's the whole thing.
Well, Jesse Robinson is here. Maybe we will see this fight again. These guys.
Rematch. Yeah, we'd like to see a rematch. These guys are ready to go at any given time. They fought a great fight. It was great. You know, it was a draw. So hey, you should get the fans a rematch.
It was fun to watch all the way through, and you hear Daniel Judah saying, my opponent won the fight. That is such a rarity in boxing. That is sportsmanship you almost never see. And really quite a fight by both guys and good gestures. We send it back to ringside now.
All right, so some interesting comments and a very interesting fight. Interesting decision. We saw early action seemed to be tipping toward Daniel Judah, and then Julian Letterlough took over the middle rounds. It was pretty even late on, and that's what happened. Two judges scoring it even at 113 apiece. A majority draw. The only judge with a decision giving it to Julian Letterlough. The title does stay vacant. So the USBA Light Heavyweight Championship belt goes to no one. We're going to see both these guys again very soon. A good one here from Tampa.